Welcome back, everyone. As the saying goes, a picture is worth 1,000 words, and I think the graphic behind me definitely paints a very clear picture on exactly where all this wildfire smoke is coming from. There's an area up in Canada by Winnipeg, and in addition to that, there is an area up in the Pacific Northwest. And in the northern hemisphere, all the wind goes from west to east, right? So this smoke is just traveling, kind of hitching a ride in the jet stream and traveling downstream towards us here and impacting our region. But you see it's impacting quite a few folks here in the U.S. So some areas of heavy smoke still remain right now, moderate areas for most of us in Western Mass. And you can see that while a lot of these air quality reporting stations were in the red yesterday, and some still are along the East Coast where levels are higher, in Springfield right now we do still have unhealthy levels for sensitive groups, but most of the other reporting stations in Western Mass are yellow. So just moderate levels, less intense than what we were dealing with yesterday, but certainly still causing some impacts here. So at this point, our air quality alert did expire for Western Mass at noon. We saw that happen at midnight. It dropped. They brought it back. It is possible that they still reissue another one. This is by the Massachusetts Department of Environmental Protection, so not the National Weather Service, but there are some other areas in Massachusetts that still have an air quality alert, and that remains in effect until midnight. Also just across the border in Connecticut, that remains in effect until 11 p.m. So still definitely lasting impacts throughout parts of southern New England, and lighter smoke will kind of linger into the day today. Here's some good news. We're going to see a cold front push through this afternoon and evening. That's going to bring us some rain and storms, and that's going to kind of help to wash some of the smoke out. The bad news is some of them could be strong to severe. Primary threat with that being some isolated damaging wind gusts. Behind that, though, temperatures are going to be a whole lot milder as we close out our last week in July. So seasonably cool, a couple other batches of showers and storms as we make our way through the week. Weekend, though, is looking much better. Daytime highs for today, lower valley, upper 80s, near 90 degrees. Hill towns and higher terrain, low to mid 80s. Hazy, hot and humid. So we will kind of see that milky, murky, muddied sky throughout the course of the day. But clouds will start to build ahead of the approaching front later on. We are now at a 2 on that 1 to 5 scale. So a little bit of a better risk that we see some isolated strong to severe storms this afternoon and evening, primarily between 6 p.m. and midnight here. Some locally heavy downpours, though these storms don't really look to be major rainmakers. In fact, they're going to be quick movers. Could see some small hail, though, possible with this. The primary threat, though, is for some isolated damaging wind gusts. So some straight line winds as that cold front kind of marches on through. Let's take you through that on Futurecast. Mainly clear skies, although, again, they are muddied by the appearance of that smoke. Once we get closer to the evening commute, 5, 6 o'clock, definitely be weather aware. Keep your eyes to the sky. And then I think the bulk of this kind of pushes through between 6 and 9 p.m. or so. You see definitely some heavier downpours, but, there are going to be kind of some breaks here, just some lighter to moderate rain. And then by midnight, the threat is kind of over at that point. We might hang on to some showers as we head into Wednesday. Wednesday overall, though, does look to be much drier in nature with just kind of some spotty shower chances popping up. And then we might see some rain chances returning Thursday into Friday with another frontal passage. But take a look at what this does for the wildfire smoke. Notice you can start to notice this area of clearing right around 8 o'clock as those showers and storms push through. So this is going to offer some temporary relief for us here. Ahead of the passage of the front, we have southwesterly flow. Behind it, though, northwesterly flow. So that's the catch. Some of this might start to drain back into the valley for tomorrow, potentially still causing some impacts for tomorrow before we kind of finally kick this to the curb. Overnight lows fall into the lower 60s with mostly cloudy skies. Temperatures kind of take a nosedive, so it'll be seasonably cool for the rest of the week after this cold front passes through, and dew points will also be much more comfortable. So really not a whole lot of humidity these next few days, maybe a touch more noticeable on Friday, and then cooler, more comfortable, refreshing air as we head into the weekend. Does look like the weekend starts primarily dry as well. So really got to just kind of get through that wildfire smoke today, maybe into tomorrow, and the storms overnight tonight into tomorrow. Another frontal passage, though, doesn't look to be quite as severe Thursday into Friday, and then perhaps rain chances return late in the weekend, but the weekend does start off on the drier and more pleasant side. Taylor, over to you.
All right, I like it, Lena. Thank you.